Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Student. Welcome to the Academy of Chiropractic Doctors PI Program Consultations. I am very excited that you took the time to do this and make the commitment to your career, to your family, to yourself, just to be the best of the best through clinical excellence. Sit back and enjoy the consultations. Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Student, and welcome to today's podcast. Today is going to be new carrier mandates and how to avoid audits while getting long-term care paid. Basically, this is a 911 urgent, how to prevent the carriers from screwing you on things which you shouldn't be overly concerned of, but things you really should be doing. And this is important. And by the way, in our consulting program, which, listen, we meaning I, pride myself on really being around almost 40 years and having, danced the dance myself, consulting doctors and lawyers along the way and how to get doctors out of licensure issues and even RICO issues and fraud issues. Listen, if you're being sued for felony, would you tell anybody while you're fighting that for the next 3 years? Of course not. It's a big secret. But the reality is there's a lot of people out there being sued on fraud issues, on licensure issues, on RICO allegations, and on and on and on. No one's talking, but it's happening. You only read about the more sensational ones in the paper or hear about them because it's been posted somewhere. But it's happening a lot. And by the way, the purpose of this podcast is not to scare you. It's not gloom and doom. It's to inform you. Do it right. Then you become bulletproof. And that's the goal, is to bulletproof you so you do not have any of these issues. So what I pride myself on is when a client first starts with me, and by the way, if you want to learn about our programs, you can go to www.teachchiros, teachchiros.com. And there's a video there, just watch it. It's 11 minutes, it's wonderful. We teach you how to get your referral sources to run after you. But here's what sets us apart. And there's a lot of wannabes out there and a lot of people who think the goal is to get a big check, and that's a small part of it. The goal is not to give it back and then threefold because you've done it wrong. But what we do when we start with a client and with a doctor is I do a compliance review based upon my academic credentials and my publishing credentials and my longevity in the industry. I am sought out by carriers, by attorneys, by consultants for carriers and attorneys for the carriers to see what's going on in the industry and then to help defend doctors. And through the power subpoena, I get to see a lot and I get to see what they go on. But here's what's going on, and I'm just going to bring out 16 points right now. And this is some of the things we teach in the infrastructure. And you have to have your documentation to manage all of these things, but really to understand. X-rays taken at the hospital and then retaken. We have to handle that. And it's easy. Same treatment every visit. We as chiropractors often fall into that trap. Same number of visits with almost every patient. Same diagnosis with almost every patient. Same high number of diagnoses with every patient. And no active care. Same medical provider for every patient. No or untimely reevaluations. X-rays done on every region in the first visit. High pain scales and no immediate referral. A boilerplate report, always the same. MRIs and no changes in treatment plans. Same hypertonicity, trigger point, and spasm documented on every visit. Predetermined protocols. No time frames for treatment modalities. Immediate inflammatory diagnosis with no clinical basis to increase settlements. These are actual allegations made by both State Farm and Geico to doctors around the country that they have to now dance the dance to get through this. And you don't go to a malpractice carrier because it's not a malpractice issue. It's not a retrospective audit, so you're not covered. You need a criminal defense lawyer, a white-collar crime criminal defense lawyer, and they usually take you in federal court, and they charge double what state charge doubles to defend you and keep you out of jail and prevent you from having to sell your house and give back every penny you've ever earned. These are the issues you have to go through. And this is what we teach you and how to become bulletproof as best as you can for these issues. And it takes a little bit of time. You see, it's not about just getting a check. If you are learning only how to bill an insurance company or codes or market Those are only small pieces of the puzzle. You have to be able to document appropriately, ensure that you're not going to have to give everything back. It's just so important. And let me tell you, I had a consultant years ago in the 90s. I had a consultant, and I was treating patients, and I had a high volume practice. I saw quite a few patients. So I saw about 650 visits a week, and I broke my back. And, and I had a crazy, a wonderful practice, actually. But I figured, let me try multidiscipline and see what it was like. And I didn't know anything. So I went to a seminar with lawyers, and it looked okay, and they actually led me down the garden path. And in today's marketplace, you do not need multidiscipline. You don't need medical doctors with you. Anyone who tells you do is just trying to make themselves money. You don't need it, and that's gospel. Number two, I then hired a consultant on how to document, how to code, how to bill, how to flow patients, how to this, how to that. And I paid her, she was out of Bethesda, Maryland, and I paid her a lot of money. And we got started. And guess what? She was wrong. All the things she told me was wrong. And by the way, the things the lawyer told me was really inflammatory and not correct also. And the lawyer got a lot of money. The consultant got a lot of money. The carriers sued me. They sued me. And I didn't do anything wrong. I just followed what the lawyer said and what the consultant said. So I had to dance the dance. I mean, I had to defend myself. No one covered this. I had to hire actually 3 sets of lawyers. At the end of the day, it was proven. Actually, we settled. I did nothing wrong. Zero, zip, not a zilch. Went on for 5 years. Never a trial, not even a deposition. It was motion after motion. The bottom line is it cost me $1.1 million to defend myself. I did nothing wrong. And it was verified I did nothing wrong. But what happened to the consultant? Couldn't find him. What happened to the lawyer? Not his problem. He set everything up and left a good portion of it to me. I didn't know. So the issue is you be very careful who you work with. I learned the hard way. So when I start with someone, the first thing I do is compliance. I ensure that you know that you are bulletproof as much as you can, that your business corporate infrastructure is set up properly. And then we work on not marketing, because that doesn't work, getting your referral sources to run after you for the balance of your career in a very conservative environment. You're not out on the fringe. You're not doing anything crazy. I'm in this in the long haul for you. The long haul. And everything we do has a tremendous level of transparency with carriers so you don't have a problem at the back end. I've been doing this for a long time nationally. Probably, I'm pushing 2 decades now. And I have to tell you, the only doctors of mine that get in trouble are the ones who don't listen. The ones who are smarter than me, and they're mavericks and they're out there. So listen, the issue is that you've got to bulletproof yourself. You've got to get audited. You don't want to win an audit. You don't want to get audited. And that's the goal. And we actually know what the carriers are looking for. I know what the carriers are looking for. And I know what state licensure boards are looking for. And it's very, very easy. So the moral of the story is become bulletproof. The moral of the story is it's not about getting a check. It's about keeping your money. The moral of the story is you need to set up an admissible, transparent infrastructure that is compliant and then go to work. That's the moral of the story. Listen, it's been great sharing this with you. I look forward to seeing you on the next podcast. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, my name is Dr. Mark Student, 631-786-4253. Now have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the podcast you just heard, and it's been my pleasure to bring this to you. Please understand that this is a very small piece of the puzzle, and it is my goal to bring you many, many pieces of the puzzle so that the picture can become clearer, your practice can thrive, chiropractic can thrive, and I at least can be a small part of that in your life, and it's my pleasure. So again, if you want to chat, give me a jingle, 631-786-4253. That's 631-786-4253. Or go to our website at Teach, Kairos, CHIROS.com. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you or chatting with you on our next podcast. Have a great day.